Hello everyone and welcome back to the Spearhead cast. With me Matt. We're having free for you all here on La Fieri. Let's go through the players, shall we? Representing the allies today, we have someone with an Asian name I cannot pronounce as United States Royal Commanders. We have Silver Wolf as the Commonwealth of Royal Tank Regiment out the gate with hammer specialization. And we have Kiram 7601 as Mechanized Company for United States of America. Oh, and one with Asian name also went for Mechanized. Double Mechanized and Royal Tank. Ooh, this should be fascinating. Represent the Germans today. We have lending you a hand with Jäger Tactics. We have Illista di Volta, also as the Waffen-SS for the man choice. And finally, Commando Section as Mechanized Tactics straight out the gate for the Waffen-SS. Triple Waffen-SS versus Western Allies. Let's see how this will turn out. The British and Americans working together against the Waffen-SS. We'll see how it is. We've got some Jäger Pioneer here, some Fallschirm Pioneer straight at the gates. Another cheap alternative unit you can get if you're playing as Jäger. You also got some 9FSS, unique to Mechanisierte. Also a cheap unit if you're playing as Mechanisierte. And speaking of that, you have the 17th of those Grenadiers, the cheap alternative if you're playing as Panzerjäger. I guess we now know that Illista di Volta has gone for Panzerjäger. So a lot of commanders with cheaper units for the Waffen-SS here. That will allow them to get some action going. Also note, if you have a sandbag next to the barbed wire, it will still count as heavy cover. Because sandbags will technically work either way, just because they're in the way of bullets. Well, Americans going against the Storm Pioneers here. Ooh, and one Storm Pioneer down immediately. That's not the engagement the Storm Pioneers want. Americans putting in a lot of fire here. And the Storm Pioneer does get away though. Kugelwagen and Grenadiers quickly running down the road here. But there's only one window here, so it's not the best building to get inside. At least not from the Germans' angle. Pineapple Grenade going out. And well, down here the Waffen-SS has managed to get to their fuel points. But the British are now preventing them from moving further on. Remember, British troops are actually pretty accurate with their rifles compared to all other Allied factions. Because British are considered the quality faction compared to everyone else, so do remember that. But German units moving down here to try and hold them at bay, but that's going to be a hard fight. Because the British excel at long-range combat, especially from cover to cover fighting. Like, I believe all these rifle sections are getting a bit of better bonus being behind cover than most other factions would. That might just be a vanilla thing. I don't think that might actually be a thing in Spearhead. But the British are securing the fuel points, and the Allies have secured the fuel point up here. Double mechanized could certainly be a problem here for the Germans, especially now that the mechanized troopers coming onto the fields. Not as well equipped for anti-tank duty, but generally the Americans never are. But just a very cool squad in my opinion. Or being upgraded with a Springfield sniper rifle here. That's a grenade though. They dodge it pretty easily. Also a Vickers machine gun setting up for the British, so the Allies have kind of taken care of most of the ground here already. Trying to dig sandbags through the smoke. But will they be able to get it up in time, I wonder? They might. Smoke seems to be lasting a while. Yep, and now the Vickers can set up. That's going to be a bad thing for the Germans here. Oh, the Vickers is acting awkward. There it goes. Yeah, Germans don't want to stay there for too long. They do have an MG-34 coming up here. The shots are now starting to rain in. Let's see, VS1 trying to hold them back here. That American squad might go down. Nope, looks like they managed to get out of that. 30 caliber setting up here for the United States. It's the air-cooled one. Available to certain commanders, mechanized being one of them. Uses the MG-34 model and sounds in Spearhead. Because we cannot have custom models and sounds, I'm pretty sure. Ooh, double Vickers! That's a lot of machine guns here. Laying down a lot of firepower on these Storm Pioneer. And the Germans have to pull back there. There's too many bullets coming their way. MG-34 trying to keep the Americans at bay. Force the mechanized troopers to crawl away. Trying to get to a safer location.
Weapon rack is now open.
Yeah, the Allies certainly have the upper hand resource-wise then, having both fuel points under control. Rock on the move here for the United States.
Ready for orders.
The take up going on for the British. More American units reaching the front line. Take up trucks for the Germans. We also have a half-track here for the Mechanisierte. Generally a vehicle you want a fair amount of if you're playing as mechanized. Oh, we have some Sturmgrenadiers here for the Waffen des Jägers, fighting alongside the Fallschirm Pioneer. But the Brits are slowly just creeping up with more and more machine guns. Need to be very cautious where they set that thing up. Kampfkraft center being set up as well. Ooh, Haystacks is getting destroyed here by the machine guns. There's just too many bullets coming that way, and that's going to be a risky place to set it up if the British just decide to keep advancing. But the Allies are pushing the center here. The Germans have dug in. And that is a good dug in position because they also have an MG44 ready. So that's a lot of rifles ready. Already suppressing the Americans. With that, the Grenadiers are pushing up. Ooh, that's a very good push there. But now these Grenadiers are in trouble. So they're gonna face the brunt of these American riflemen. Have to pull back. Will they make it out of there? Looks like they might. So that's good for them. But the Brits are still advancing. That means this forward HQ's in trouble. They need to get more units out. We do have an Untersturmführer arriving here quickly. And a Panzerjäger squad as well. The Brits are slowly getting close to this forward HQ. Throwing a grenade assault here towards the machine gun. 3 Bills bombs. Killing the entire team and actually destroying the machine gun itself. We were not looking good there for lending you a hand. It's a hard position to be in as the Waffen says early. Looks like the Mechanisierte forces are going to support with a flamethrower half-track here. Pioneers with a flamethrower quickly rushing down there. Probably noticing the British are lacking in AT equipment, just having a lot of half-tracks. And a great assault of Mills bombs. But here comes the half-track. That might be a dead rifle section. Yeah, dead rifle section there. And dead rifle section there. Ooh, and now there's only machine guns. They quickly switch to armor piercing bullets. Will it be fast enough? Smoke pop, they're rushing out. Getting up behind the flank here. Yeah, we just have to just do full retreat here, I think. Good play there from the commando section supporting the ally. They definitely needed it. That's basically neutered much of the British force. 80 gun is sitting up back here though. Needs to set up quick. But this half-track could just overrun it. It's going for it. I think it's gonna make it. Oh my god, yeah, oh my god, they're basically being completely destroyed now. Really good job there from commando section. Just completely destroyed the British forces. I think the British overextended a bit too much. They basically helped lending you a hand to the side get recovered. It's a very good play there. How this half-track can get behind the lines and cause issues. That's the power of Mechanisierte in team games. You can just quickly scoot behind enemy line if you can get an opening. Or just relocate to support your allies. You know, the Germans at the center keep holding here, but the MG44 team is almost dead. Of course, you can just re-grab the machine gun once that happens, but... Ooh, and the Americans are lacking any AT equipment. The riflemen here do have AT rifle grenades. They're gonna try and get one off. They can do it. Now this half-track could be in trouble, but it's doing a lot of work. Holy shit. Like the Sturm Pioneers and the half-track has done a lot of work here for the Germans. They're quickly trying to repair it. Have to be quick about it though. Now the Germans are fighting against the Brits down here again. We also have one of the British unique squads here, the 1st Assault Brigades. Unique to Tank Regiment. Equipped with a flamethrower. But they're noticing they might not be able to push up here any further. Now the Germans are stealing the Vickers machine guns. Using them themselves. Half-track is still operational and actually got itself repaired. Just in time as an American half-track is coming after it. And the 50 caliber on the American half-track can certainly deal with the German one. Ooh, its mobility is lost. Now that's an easy target. Still doing a lot of work though. But the Panzerbüchse inside the half-track is doing a lot of work too. And the flamethrower as well! Oh my god, that thing is doing so much work. We're gonna try and bite phosphorus it. That should do it. Yep. Surprisingly, the crew is not dying, which I really think it should. Bazooka misses, of course it does. Man, that half-track is just doing so much work! They're gonna composite be it. I suppose that's one way of killing that hero half-track. That half-track got way too much out of its worth, holy shit! Germans are laying mines down here. Teller mines, preparing for any tank. British are still trying to recover. Not easy for the British to do. But the Germans are going to take good use of all these Vickers machine guns. You know, the Americans have a forward base inside the town here. Now, the Americans can sustain losses a lot easier, so they can just keep coming with more troops and vehicles. I can see this getting another half-track here. Makes sense. Last one did so well. Need to get a machine gun on it though. I can see the Grenadiers on board. And the Mattcasting Grenadiers can actually repair, which is pretty handy. Don't repair as fast as dedicated engineers, but they can repair as a big enough deal, I think. Well, looks like the 17th SS is trying to push. Gonna try and get through the town with all the smoke raining in. Mattcasting quickly running back with a 30 caliber. We had a little bit of a lag spike there for some reason. Also, Gebaldeladung set the HQ aflame. Good play there from the Germans. Beta assault going out towards the machine gun. And now we have a half-track pushing up here. The flamethrower on board. The Manu section seems to like that play with the mech and the theater by the looks of it. Well, I'm not sure how much sense it does to have a flamethrower shooting out of a half-track. Well, it opens up one anyway. I don't think they can disable that kind of weapon though. That might just be hard put into the game. But here's a Sherman! And that immediately cancels that half-track. And the squad as well. The British is just holding on down here and waiting. Probably waiting for more American support or for the Americans to push somewhere. With a Sherman in their hands though, that's certainly going to be a problem for the Germans early on. I don't see any Panzerjägers on the north side, so could be a problem. We do have a Panzerjäger here, and they're already getting upgraded with a Panzerschreck, probably having noticed the Sherman. As the Panzerbüchse is not going to do anything against the Sherman. British is just digging in and waiting. Germans keeping an eye on the points. Untersturmführer is chatting around a bit. Americans are taking back their fuel points. Germans pushing up to take a shot. There's nothing to stop it at the moment here. High explosive round being loaded. Hits the sandbag wall, killing some of the crew but not all of them. Also a heavy pillbox being established back here. And that pillbox is going to be hard to push up on. There's not a lot of cover here. Panzerjäger's coming up here with a Panzerschreck. Sherman needs to pull back. Oh, Panzer missed. But it is enough to force the Sherman to back off. Artillery landing somewhere. Oh, over here in the town. Pulled in by the Lieutenant of the of the Jäger Division, actually. Or Jäger Tactics. We also have some 600 SS Aufklar, unique scout unit available to SS Jäger. Oh, they've actually booby-trapped the 8 SEGA. Oh, that's cheeky. That's very well thought out, actually. Good play there. Lots of artillery landing here. Let's see. Oh, they're trying to booby-trap the point. But they've been shot by machine guns, but they do manage to get the demo charge up.
Hold. Regimental HQ for mechanized units will be here.
Now, the Raiders did see it. We do have a Centaur Ag coming up as well.
Ready weapons.
More German units moving into the town now. The main big building got completely wrecked, but the smokestack still stands. And still smokes. Poor little town. Didn't deserve this.
Enemy infantry! Ready!
War is a horrible, horrible thing, people. Do not endorse it.
Anti-tank battery is ready for deployment. The command half-track is
The Brits are moving up. Are they gonna get close enough to the thing? Well, I think the South class might realize they might get spotted. Oh yeah, the Alpha class gonna get spotted here. Yep. They managed to kill the guy with the flamethrower, but they cannot stop the Thompsons from suppressing the last guy.
We've lost a squad of infantry.
Roadblocks being set up here by the Germans to stop any vehicles coming through this little area. We'll also block high explosive shots. Artillery strike being pulled here by the US captain. Probably aimed at this building. Lots of bullets being exchanged over the ruins of the town. I need 105 artillery is going in. Would be a rapid barrage. Just as more Germans are moving towards the town as well. And this poor town is taking so much damage. Machine gun getting inside the building though. Artillery being returned to the American positions. Sherman's ready to move. Explosive round loaded. Well, right on the building, but didn't do that much damage. Or German empty being pinned. That's a destroyed. Oh yeah, that completed that. The captain might die in that retreat. Oh, he got out of that. Because that machine gun is in a good spot, actually. Where's the Agag? I heard it. Centaur Agag on the move. Oh, they don't know the tiller mine is there. If that Agag moves up, it's gonna hit that tiller mine and die. They're going in the front of the American forces. They're trying to deny the Americans that advance in the town. Man half-track keeping an eye on the area. And decides to pull back briefly after that barrage. Brits are pushing up here, but they don't know about the tiller mine. Oh, and the demo charge goes off! Very good play there from the Germans. And prepare that demo charge ahead of time. Panzer cannot hit the Agag from here. But the pack gun is being rolled up. That could be a problem for the Agag. Yep, one good shot there. Oh, it's being acting weird. Pump smoking gets out of there. It's safe. Big American pushing the ruins of the town up here. Lots of grenades being exchanged onto the road here. Bringing that American infantry push. Man half-track down. Also the Sherman's being very effective. Pack 40 gets a good shot in. EC8 coming off one of the American players, so we have the best version of the Sherman coming onto the field shortly. Have quite a fight going on our hands here. We also have a British captain waiting around. British overall has just not had a good time on their flank. Well, they had early on, but then the mechanized troops came down to support. We also have SS Fallschirmjägers in the field here. They're moving up here, but there's another booby truck waiting for them. Didn't do as much damage as it could have, but it did something. But the British managed to decapture the point. But for how long? I guess getting up on the flank though. Artillery going in on the pack position. Oh, got some good shots in there. And the Fashion Pioneers don't have any AT equipment. Captain's moving up to take care of them. And now the Aga could somewhat move up safely. Well, he's semi-safely. That's just like Aga British infantry. But the Americans having a fight up here. Still the EC8 took a big hit. Having to pull back. Missing a lot of the action up here, I'm sorry. And the poor town just gets more and more destroyed each time we look over it. Command transport J being repaired back here. A very odd leaf camouflage. I'm sure there's some historical reason for why it's looking like this. I'm not an expert on camouflages. Lots of artillery on both sides. But the Brits have suffered so many losses still. Americans are still applying pressure. We have 17 as Panzer Grenadiers here. With an LMG 42 100 rounds, but they are being suppressed. Oh, Aufmann got taken out, or Hauptsturmführer, I think it's called. German waiting up here. EC8 is almost ready to fight again, and here it is. We also have a major here without his tank, just keeping an eye on things. Germany just sitting up behind the stone wall here and waiting. How many nears getting suppressed as they try to crawl up? Sherman's moving somewhere. It looks like it's heading southwards. That's turning around to get into the town from this angle. Artillery being called here by the US captain, but he's getting suppressed. High explosive round loaded. Hits the ground. Artillery going into the center of town. 105 shells about to land.
They got wiped out.
Landing all over the place, holy shit. Like, American barrage is not as accurate, but it lands all over the place, as you can see. Now there's not a lot to stop them. They do just... Where's the pack? Oh, they're trying to push up here now. I don't see the pack, though. Germans are pushing up here. Germans have moved to engage because it's down here. EC8 could probably be utilized. But Germans are pushing for the fuel points. Being somewhat aggressive about it. MT-34 still operational. And not for long, I reckon. Only one gunner left. Took me calling here by the lieutenant. Manages to get it off. Right in the mortar, apparently. German having a long firefight with the Panzer IV. Good shot from the Panzer IV there. Gonna force the Sherman back. Gets taken out by the Panzer IV actually. Well, the Brits are still getting more units down here. Including a crocodile. Ooh. They still don't know about the Tellermine though, and the Tellermine could take out the Churchill. That would be a heavy investment. self-destruction here of the Fort HQ. The Americans are pulling further back. Yes, they cannot keep an HQ there, it's too risky. EC8 pushing up here. We also have a Calliope coming out. Explosive round loaded by the EC8. It's the building, did not do that much damage. Transfer on the flank. But the EC8 is pretty tough. It's a pretty good tank after all. Artillery going in on it. Germans also trying to set up a new pillbox. Acting very quick there. We're waiting for that Churchill Crocodile to reach the front line, which is going to take a while. Crocodiles, well, Churchills in general is just slow. Another EC8 here, now arriving for the other American player. Lots of EC8s going to be on this battlefield because they're mechanized. Here's the Calliope, Sherman mounted with a rocket artillery battery. The ruins of the town is still being the subject of the fighting. Looks like artillery strike is being called here by the Untersturmführer of the Jägers. Probably going to be right in this HQ. Calliope opening fire. Oh, one hitting right down the head, so almost destroying it. It's a very long barrage and covers a very wide area, as you can see. Oh, Panzerwreck hits the EC8 and destroys it. Let's see, Crocodile's about to reach the front line now. Ah, they do have a minesweeper this time. Probably because of all the booby traps. It's probably a good choice, because then they spot the Tellermine there. Ooh, Pac manages to penetrate though. He's using APCR rounds. That does have much higher penetration. Of smoke and pulls back by the looks of it. EC8 pushing up here. Double EC8 actually. Transport J is also arriving. But it's gonna be hard for these EC8s, I feel. Especially with that Pack 40 getting some good shots out. Quickly changing target. Oh, one EC8 down, decrewed. Churchill is operational again. Germans are just getting more and more equipment down here in units to help along the front line. The Germans are certainly stabilized. Transport J is going to try and destroy the EC8 there. There we go, ammo cooked. Quite some fireworks, isn't it? That's a pretty big firecracker. It should start sputtering out at some point. As all the ammunition inside, I believe, sort of dies out. Yeah, there it goes. Poor tank. At least the crew were already dead before that happened. That would have been a painful experience, I'm pretty sure. Germans have dug in pretty well here. Artillery being called in here by the crew of the command half-track. With a monocle on his portrait, which is a pretty nice looking portrait in my opinion. Artillery strike going in here. A little bit widespread, but did some damage. At least to the AT gun team. Another Churchill coming out is going to be an AVRE. But it's still lacking in infantry down here. They could still afford some more infantry sections. They have the manpower. A3 Sherman moving up here, another Sherman unique to US Mechanized. It's like an EC8, but with the other Sherman turrets. So it's a little bit different. Oh, sprint strikes. Oh, he has Thunder Run. Okay, this could be interesting, but there's a heads up. Heads up misses. One penetrates, jams the turret. Forces the Sherman back for repairs. Americans are digging in. We have another Calliope. We also have a recon team trying to get up and get some sight and everything. And there's also a German Aufklärer nearby. He can spot the recon team if he gets too close. So we have an Imogrin vessel here close to the front line. The strike being called in on the British position. Panther arriving here for the Jaegers. That should certainly be a problem for the British. Especially because that SS Jaeger can get infrared optics on their Panthers here. Which is a pretty freaking good upgrade for the tank. Live piece opening fire. That's not too much there. But the Americans are trying to push. And to kill the crew of that AT-gun, and there they go, they succeed. Now the concrete bunker, there's the problem. If they can hit it hard enough, it will kill the gunner. Live hitting the center here. Oh, command tank down there. EC8 is sure gets worth. EC8 is a pretty powerful Sherman. Take out both the Panthers. Meanwhile, we have a Churchill fighting down here against the Panthers. Somehow the Panthers took some damage. Churchill has to back off and... Oh, but that's too late. AVIE coming onto the field though. Pillbox still doing some work. The SS are pushing out from the town slowly. Americans have suffered too many losses in the center. Now the Earmark wind is opening fire close range. There's some pretty big explosions very close to the front line. But the A3 does force them back for now. You see it keeps pushing. AT-gun is being rolled up quickly. But a good shot there in the EC8 forcing it back. We just need to be very careful because of that Panther around. Half class also keeping some good eyes on them. Find some smoke grenade. Obscure. Oh, and then the Panther's gonna advance. We're gonna try and overrun the British position, and the AVIE is not anywhere nearby.
The forward position is under attack.
Great assault going out there. The British are just lacking in infantry down here. I don't think this AT-gun can do a lot to the front of the Panther. Of course, I could be wrong, but the Panther just has very high frontal armor. Yeah, high explosive shots kills the crew. Even artillery strike going in the forward HQ here. Yeah, destroying the forward assembly.
Enemy action has destroyed our forward position.
As the ALF class keeps sneaking up. Yeah, armed with an LMG-42 actually. That actually makes them surprisingly lethal. You see it is pointing towards the Panther now. But the Panther does have the better gun. Oop, AT-gun actually penetrated. Half class have to pull back at that. AVIE now showing itself up here. I guess not get off another push yet.
Send your orders. Heavy tank reporting.
Be very cautious with the AVIE. The Panther could hunt it down very quickly. Are they gonna attack ground with it? Looks like they are. Pretty big explosion, as you can see.
Heavy tank awaiting orders.
But the Panther might hunt it down now. The AVI has a very weird purpose of its design means to drive up to fortifications and then fire its giant mortar at it. But it's very hard to do when the enemy has something like a Panther around. But Churchill does have enough armor to generally survive doing its task. Usually. It depends on the AT gun it's facing. And if there are mines or something.
Looks like we're getting into the excitement.
The EC8s are geared up for another push soon. Lots of Shermans are being prepared. Another crocodile being pulled into the fields. Very few British infantry elements. Mostly just vehicles and tanks. This is mostly an American operation with some British auxiliary supplements. Never know with these kind of things. Ooh, Stuk pushing up here with some Panzergrenadier support and some grenadiers. Stuk keeps pushing with the Panzergrenadiers. Taking out the forward HQ. But we do some combat engineers here with a bazooka. Takes out the Stuk there, thanks to the EC8s as well. Sounds like an EC8 got taken out somewhere. Not sure where. Oh, down here. The Panther pushed up. It's a veteran free Panther at the moment actually, probably thanks to the Kampfkraft Center in all honesty. Keeping these 600 Alf class near them with an MT-42 is actually a pretty good choice. They'll just mow down any squad that tries to rush up close to it. The Panther can just outrange the EC8s here. They have to work together. Oh, good penetration though. Despite the Panther having high armor, it only has the same health as another medium tank. The two penetrating shots from something like a Sherman EC8 will kill it. Caliber is high enough. The AVI just moved up here.
Tank commander awaiting next orders.
Going to fire its mortar. Not hitting much there. Smoke barrage going in. The light piece opening fire. Hitting around the Panther here.
Armor here.
And the Imo going is opening fire in return. Second Panther coming out for the Jaeger soon.
Armor ready.
Let's see, now that could be a problem. Now the EC8 being prepared here for the mechanized troops. It is a veteran-free EC8 though. That is very powerful. Here's another crocodile.
Already finished. Very handy.
Panther ready to move, but it's not fully repaired yet. Like it wants to have some kind of tank duel here with the EC8.
Where do you want us?
Yeah, and the AVI is just waiting for another target. I should just attack ground in this area. Let's raise this target over here to the pack. It does take quite a while to reload this thing. 28 to 32 seconds. But it is firing a pretty big weapon. Under shots, but it did pin them. I understand why. That was quite a shockwave after all. Panther trying to push up down here again. Half class are forcing the bag and out of squads. Ooh, another good penetration. This EC8 is doing a lot of work. Mthis trying to hunt it. Ooh, half class is taking hits. They have to pull back. Stuk pushing up here in the AVI. Ooh, I don't feel to see if he's gonna survive and this gets any help.
Under fire! Enemy armors out of range!
If you're on the flank though, but it's using explosives. Here's switch to AP though. Looks like the Churchill will make it out of that. Now the A3 is on the flank of the Stuk. Oh no! The Stuk takes out the AVIE. Ooh, that's a pretty big loss. And the frontal armor of the Stuk is paying off here. But actually A3 gets it in the end. Just a little too late. Meanwhile, looks like the Allies are trying to push down here with a lot of armored vehicles. But they're facing a lot of potential resistance. Another Panther coming up quickly. Ooh, and this Crocodile needs to relocate somewhat. It's serving as a little bit of a speed bump. There's some Scots coming up as well. You can see it's a quick to open fire here. ESH2 a very rapid rate of fire. But the Panthers have a much higher penetration chance. That might be the DC-8 if this peg can get another shot off. Yep, it does. Ammo cooked. Allied people looking southwards. Veterans of 4 EC8 now. And we're going to hit the American fighting positions here. It's not looking good here for the Allies all of a sudden. Jagdtiger coming into the field. And so much of a muddy area here. He destroyed and wrecked. Oh, and that Immergrün is doing a lot of work. Where's the Immergrün again? It's over here. So the Allies are going to try and make a push down here if they can. Trying to push the Jaegers back. But Germans are just slowly pushing further up with machine guns now. The Germans have the units to start another offensive up here, I think. Calliope's opening fire, trying to take out where the Panthers are, I imagine. Oh yeah, big Calliope barrage across this front line. Oh yeah, clearing out one of the packs, that's a big one. Looks like the Brits are going to secure some of the EC8s for themselves. Repairing them quickly. Oh, Panther got a good shot down to Churchill. Panther quickly rushing down and wants to kill that Churchill. It has to pull back. Yeah, well, the Germans are probing this northern flank here. Allies don't have enough to hold it. Quickly stealing the 80 guns by the looks of it, I think. Yep, stealing 180 gun there. Brits have secured this ECA for themselves. Well, ECA is, this Panther's in trouble, it's lost its driver. There it goes. We have another Churchill coming into the field. Americans are quickly getting repair duty here. They want to get all these EC8s up and going. He has to be cautious somewhat. But the main Panther is still back here being repaired again. Well, a second Panther anyway. Jagdtiger now in the field. They're trying to hunt all these allied tanks, I'd wager. Calliope barrage opening up. Killing an 80 machine gun team. Almost killed the other machine gun team. Actually, does kill them there. And destroys one machine gun entirely. Oh, goodness! Good artillery strike there. One hitting straight on the EC8, almost killing it. Now, great artillery strikes do actually cause damage to vehicles now. Well, tanks, which is good. Ooh, Panzer again very close here. And that's one EC8 gone. But the Allies still have a lot of vehicles. Panther ready to move up. Jagdtiger behind it. Several Panzer Force also gearing up in reserve. Third jam on this EC8. Quick repairs going up on this. Obviously, it gets taken out here by the Panther.
The enemy have destroyed one of our Sherman Fireflies.
Doesn't penetrate this time. But now the Jagdtiger is showing up, and they easily cannot survive a shot from a Jagdtiger. And boom. Ammo cooked off. The allies have to advance in some capacity, do something, because that Jagdtiger will just slowly eat away down. Oh, the Telemine here! Oh! That Telemine finally paid off. The potency of like using all your tools. I don't know, the Americans and British are just losing vehicles out in the open now. Not a good fight here for the allies. Churchill's advancing. They can get that flamethrower on the Jagdtiger. They need to turn the flamethrower on the Jagdtiger. Oh, they got the main gun! Jagdtiger is defenseless. It's being burned alive. Panzerfaust going out on the crocodile doesn't penetrate. Churchill's advancing. Lots of Panzer IV battle reserves coming up. Man Panzer IV as well. ECS moving on the flank. Churchill Mark IV down here. Other ECS moving up as well. They're trying to defend this Jagdtiger with all they have. Smoke barrage is going in as well. Jagdtiger down. Huge loss there for the German army.
We have lost contact with a heavy tank.
Churchill gets taken out though. That's just too many Panzer IVs here. See, this is the situation where I think the Calliope barrage would have been really good to use at that exact time. Okay. At this point, the Allies surrender. That was just quite a good tank battle. That was quite intense joust here at the end. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next player one. Bye bye.